Tell the feeling like I'm trapped in my damn mind. Tell the feeling like I'm rapping a damn lie. Tell the feeling like my life is a damn game. Nigga really wanna die in the nighttime. Only time I feel pain when I'm feeling love. That's why I said it on.
What's up, guys? Breaking Series back at it again, and by the time I woke up this morning, wow, already 15 likes. Dang, it hasn't even been a full day. Jeez Louise, how am I supposed to deal with this? Okay, I'm gonna try to start posting more. Clearly, I'm getting more and more views and stuff like that. But all right, let's get into this. So, just to recap, I imagine most of you don't need it, but anyways, I'm going to do it. So, Naruto's up at a campsite. He's acquired his Falcon summoning. He has a new mask. Yeah, starting to look pretty cool. He's gotten some new powers, but not exactly a bunch. And as he's sitting at the campsite, he turns around and he sees Jiraiya. Jiraiya confronts him and says, "Naruto, is that you?" Naruto then backs off. So, we're going to do that stuff, alright? Oh, and just reminding y'all, we going to do a harem, but Naruto's probably going to go for his sister, some Sweet Home Alabama stuff. So, yeah, let's go. I'm going to get back in What If. Let's go. So, Naruto's sitting there. He sees the white-haired man. He says, "Naruto, is that you?" Naruto backs off and says, "Who are you?" He gets a kunai at the ready. Jiraiya says, "It's me, Naruto. I'm your godfather. No one ever told you about me?" Naruto says, "I have no godfather. My parents are dead. That's all I know." Then Jiraiya tries to explain, "Naruto, hold on." Naruto says, "Why should I hold on for a stranger?" Jiraiya says, "But I wanted to train you. I came back just for you, Naruto." Naruto says, "Where were you whenever I needed you, huh?" Ino gets up into a fighting stance and says, "This may be some crazy guy, Naruto. Get ready." He says yes. Then, Jiraiya, realizing he has to put Naruto into a shock, Jiraiya says, "Naruto, you're the son of the 4th Hokage." Naruto backs off, saying, "Stop talking crap. There's no way I'm the son of him." Jiraiya says, "It's true. You remember how you used to look with your blonde hair? You look just like him." Naruto immediately falls to his knees, saying, "Get away from me." He begins to cry, saying, "Get away from me." Jiraiya says, "Naruto, I'm your godfather. I trained your father. Please, Naruto." Naruto immediately grabs Ino. He says, "We gotta do this, Ino. Are you ready?" He pulls the scroll at the ready. Jiraiya, not sure what he's doing, watches him and says, "Wait, Naruto, what are you doing?" Naruto begins to run. He jumps off the cliff. Jiraiya screams, "No! Naruto! What are you doing?" Jiraiya then falls to his knees, watching his godson just jump off a cliff. Then, he hears, "Summoning Jutsu! Falcon summoning!" Jiraiya then runs over to look off the edge of the cliff. He sees a massive falcon carrying Naruto and his sister flying away. Jiraiya standing there saying, "What? A falcon summoning?" And then Jiraiya realizes he may have got it through his bloodline with the Uzumaki clan. Then he says, "I'm just happy he's not dead. Don't worry, Naruto. I'm coming for you. I'm going to bring you back." Naruto's flying into the moonlight, his blue eyes shimmering. Ino, scared for him, realizes what he just went through, grabs him and holds him. She says, "Naruto, I'm sorry. Naruto then looks down on her and lays his head on her shoulder, saying, "It's okay." They both hug. As Naruto's flying on his falcon, the falcon says, "Hold on, Naruto." Naruto says yes. Ino then grabs Naruto very tight, tighter than usual. This concerns Naruto, but Naruto just smiles. He says, "Come on, Ino." Him and Ino begin to fly. They go into a dive. Eventually, they come down near an old trading outpost. Like, not like before, but like, it's like a small little town, you know? Kind of like Naruto and Jiraiya used to visit and stuff like that. They come down near there. Naruto and Ino get out and they say, they get off. I'm sorry. It's like 8 in the morning and, whenever I'm recording this, and I just woke up to like 15 likes, so gotta keep my promise. So, Naruto eventually gets off the falcon. He says, "Come on, Ino." He says goodbye to the peregrine falcon. The falcon responds, "Goodbye, Naruto." The falcon then disappears. Naruto walks into the village. He sees some food and he says, "Ino, are you hungry?" She says, "Kind of. It wouldn't be bad to have a midnight snack." Because it's about 12:30 for them right now, about midnight. So Naruto then decides to walk into the restaurant. He sits there and looks at the menu. It seems a bit grovelly in the restaurant, but he says whatever. He then grabs some food. Ino and him decide to get some yakisoba. This is one of Ino's favorite dishes. It reminded her of what her mother made her. So they sat there eating. Eventually they were done, and they saw an inn. They decided to head there for the night. Naruto and Ino walk into the inn. A bit conspicuous, they look around. A woman is standing at the desk, just reading. She looks up and says, "Oh, hello." Naruto says, "Hello there, I'd like to get a room." Ino says, "Yes, I would also like to have a room with him. It'll just be one room, though." She smiles and says, "Yes, very well." Then she clicks a button under the desk. She says, "Where are you? Where are your parents, guys? Do you have any parents?" Naruto says, "I'd rather not answer that question. Just please, we'd like to acquire a room." She says, "Very well, I understand." They begin to walk up the stairs with their keys to the room, and then some bandits kick Ino to the ground. She coughs up blood. Then they grab Naruto, saying, "You will sell fine on the black market, boy." Naruto says, "As if." He grabs his mask and puts it on. Immediately, one of the bandits back off. There's about 7 of them. He says, "Wait, it's him." The desk lady says, "Who? Who cares? Just quickly get him into some cages. We need to sell them quick." Naruto then he pours his water on his kunai. Immediately, the bandit begins running outside. She says, "What a coward. It's just some kids." All the kunai then come out of their pouch, rushing out to all the bandits and woman's throat. They're at their throats. Both the bandits and the woman are scared. They're saying, "Wait, who is this boy?" He then says, "See you in hell." The knives pierce their throats, blood splattering everywhere, covering Ino. She begins crying. Then Naruto says, "I'm sorry, Ino." He grabs her and then holds her. He holds her tight, saying, "It's okay." She was scared for her life because she didn't want to be on the black market. She didn't want to be there. She didn't want to become a sex slave. Then Naruto grabs her and says, "Come on, let's just go steal a room." They go up to one of the suites. They take that room. It has 2 beds instead of 1. This makes Naruto a bit happy. Because, Naruto's not, like, exactly into, dating his sister, even though she's stepsister. So, yeah. Naruto then lays down on the bed. He's staring at the ceiling. Ino's taking a shower. As Naruto's laying there, he then takes off his shirt, revealing all of his scars. There's some scars up and down his chest from assassination missions, and then there's still marks from wherever he fell off the very tall bridge, about 100 feet tall. Whenever he did that, he shattered and fractured his shoulder, so he's still going to have some marks. As he lays there shirtless, he sees Ino come walking out, and she's not wearing a towel. So, yeah, that's happening. And Naruto then says, "Come on, Ino, put on a towel. I don't want to see you like that." She then says, "But, stepbro." He says, "Don't call me stepbro. I'm your brother, remember?" She says, "Naruto, but... Naruto then rolls over and saying, "Just stop. This isn't right." She then says, "But we're not blood related." She then begins to crawl into bed with him, laying there. She hugs Naruto, saying, "I know what you've been through. You should have some love in your life." Naruto says, I'm not sure I can do that again." Ino says, "It's alright, Naruto." She grabs his chest, pulling him tight. Now, what's funny is, Ino's not exactly flat. She's not, like, big, but, like, she's bigger than Sakura, so, that's not gonna make Sakura happy. A 12-year-old, well, now she'd be 13 now, but a 13-year-old having a bigger chest than her, yeah, Sakura's gonna be jealous. So, she snuggles close to Naruto, saying, "Come on, Naruto." Naruto, really tired, just lets her. He thinks to himself, she's probably just really scared. He then lays there falling asleep. Ino then begins to pat his hair. Realizing how soft it is, she says, "Oh, Naruto." She holds him closer. It's next morning. Naruto begins to wake up. He realizes he just slept with his sister. He begins to panic a bit, and then he falls out of bed saying, "Oh, what the frick?" Ino wakes up and says, "Good morning," with a smile on her face. Naruto says, "God damn, what did I do? What did I do? Stupid me." He bangs his head into the wall. Ino says, "Oh, don't be that way." She begins to get up, revealing her being naked, and then begins to crawl over to Naruto. Naruto just closes his eyes and screams, "God damn it, not again! No! No! Please, God, no!" Ino says, "Fine." She rolls up back in the covers again, saying, "I'm going to go back to sleep," with a yawn. Naruto says, damn it." He then walks over, putting on his shirt, saying, I'm just gonna go grab some food. No, I can't do this." He walks out. He goes down just to see some police on the floor with blood in their hands. They say, who could have possibly killed them? Naruto then slowly walks back up to his room. He grabs Ino and says, "Come on, put on your clothes. We gotta go, now." She says, "But why?" Grabbing Naruto's cheek, caressing it. Naruto slaps it away and says, "Come on, there's cops downstairs. We have to go." She says, "Oh." And then she gets up, waking up from her daze. She grabs some clothes, and then she says, "Come on, Naruto." They jump out the window, jumping off, landing in the street. One of the police sees them and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" Naruto and Ino begin running. As Naruto and Ino are running, Naruto then says, "Summoning Jutsu, Peregrine Falcon," once they've hit the woods and they're out of sight from the cops. They then fly midway through the trees. near the top, but not exactly, until they're out of sight from the cops. As they're flying away, Ino says, "Naruto," and hugs him. Naruto says, "No, stop it! This is not right!" Naruto, trying to deny the fact that he does have some small glimmer of feelings for her, says, "This is not right. We're siblings. This isn't right." Eventually, Jiraiya walks into the town. He sees cops everywhere. He says, "What happened here?" Jiraiya, wanting to get up on some research, he begins walking up. He sees none of the clubs and he says, "Oh, crap, this one's a bust." But just a bit curious, wanting to look for any signs that maybe Naruto or Ino had been there. He walks up and says, "Have you guys seen a black girl, like a black-haired girl with red eyes and a white-haired boy with blue eyes?" They say, "So you've seen the criminals?" Jiraiya then slaps his head, saying, "Oh, what do they do now?" Thinking it's just some shoplifting or something. He then looks over and sees a bunch of dead bodies. The cop explains how they were black market traders, stealing children, kidnapping them, and selling them. Jiraiya says, "And they did all this?" He then replies, Yes, he did. And who are you? Who gives you the right to know some of this information?" Jiraiya says, "I'm sorry, it's none of my business." He then walks away, saying, "I've got to find those two." Then he asks, "Do you know which direction they were heading?" The cop responds, "Oh, just to the entrance of the gate. We lost track of them there, though." Jiraiya shakes his head, saying, "You're cops, and you can't even do that. Trace a bunch of children." Jiraiya then summons a toad. It's a tracking toad. He says, "See if you can go find Ino and Naruto." And then the toad asks, "What do they look like?" "A smaller, black-haired girl with red eyes, very petite, wears a kimono. And then a boy who wears a blue and white cloak with blue eyes and white hair." The frog understands and says, "Yes, I am in search of them now." Naruto is flying with the falcon. The falcon asks, "Is there any specific request, Naruto?" Naruto says, "Take me to the hidden leaf. It's about time I exact some revenge." As Naruto is flying, he says, "Ino, get ready." He hands Ino her black mask. He then hands her a bag with her change of clothes. Now, Ino does have ninja clothes. She doesn't wear like her bright, pretty pink kimono. She wears this black with a faded white crystals up and down the sleeves kimono. And she wears this like whenever she's going on missions with Naruto. So, yeah. Ino hasn't exactly earned her assassin name yet, just because she hasn't like specialized in any new skills or new jutsus or any of that. So yeah, as Naruto begins to head into the village, he says, "We're going to see where Sakura lives. It's been a long time. I don't know if she's moved or something. Then we're going to find out the three elders' location. My goal is to try and kill Sakura first. If I can get rid of her, it'd be a minor death, not giving much attention to the elders for a few days, until they finally realize it was possibly a murder. But by then, they'll be dead." As they're heading into the village, the falcon then drops Naruto from the clouds. It's about 9 in the morning. It's about daylight now. As he's falling, he then says, "You ready, Ino?" He grabs her, and they both land, Naruto putting out a puddle to where they both can land softly. Naruto then begins to walk out of the alley. He sees the busy streets. He says, "Hate this village." Ino, realizing he's not in a good mood, doesn't try to hug him or any of that. As they're walking, They finally see Shikamaru. Shikamaru, realizing it may be Naruto, walks up and says, "Naruto, is that you?" Naruto pushes him away, body flickering away. Naruto realizes he's already been revealed in this village. If anyone who is in that crowd sees him, it will be big trouble. Naruto decides to put on a spare change of clothes that he has. I'm going to put a picture of what this change of clothes looks like. So, yeah, just trying to give visual. Naruto begins to say, hopefully this can hide my presence a bit. I look a bit different. They'll have to look at me very hard to realize it's me. As Naruto is walking, he says, look, we're in the busy district, the market district. Make sure you keep an eye out for any pink-haired brats. We'll follow her to her home, then we'll kill her whenever she's alone. Ino says, don't worry, I'll keep an eye out for that brat, that flat little jerk. Naruto smiles, saying, you still can't stop making me laugh. You've always had it since I first met you. You've always had the ability to make me laugh. Ino smiles and says, well, what can I say? You're my brother after all. As they're walking through the busy district, they then see her. It's Sakura. It looks like she's heading to a training area. They follow her slowly. Now, Naruto, as he's following her, realizes he may be giving off too many signals. He then says, Ino, go back to the busy district and just tell me if anyone comes. Remember, you have access to the falcon summoning. We'll keep a falcon here just so you can travel between us, delivering things. Ino says yes. Ino then summons the falcon. She can't summon massive falcons like Arata or any of them, but she can summon small messenger or stealth falcons. The falcon says, what can I do for you, Naruto? Me and Ino need to keep in touch while we're following this girl. Is it possible you could help us keep messages between each other? The falcon says, very well, I can do that. He then leaves the falcon with Ino. Ino says, very well. They then separate. Naruto's following Sakura. She then arrives to her training area. Sasuke and Kakashi are there. This makes Naruto's blood boil. He's hiding very well, but he's not sure if he can hide much longer from Kakashi. He then decides to turn into a puddle underneath a bush, realizing this would probably be best. As he's watching them, he says, I hate them. I hate them. Eventually, Kakashi does seem to notice a presence, a chakra presence. Sasuke hasn't noticed it yet, however. So, now Sasuke, he's starting to reach his peak of training. There's not much he can learn, and he's power hungry. So, right now, I think I'm going to do a relatively decent twist, so yeah. Finally, Kakashi notices something. He realizes a bush with a bit more wind to it. He then says, shh, hold on guys, as he gives the signal that someone's watching. He walks over to the bush, but sees no one in it, but a small puddle. Then, he kicks the puddle, revealing Naruto, backing off. He says, you found me, Kakashi. Then, Kakashi says, Naruto, it's your... What? Now, Kakashi doesn't immediately realize it's Naruto, but he can tell by his voice and his face, facial features, face line, and his blue eyes. He then says, Naruto, you're alive? Sakura says, yeah, this trash is alive. Kakashi then looks at Sakura saying, say one more thing, I swear to God. Sasuke, realizing it's Naruto, says, boys, he changed. I'm probably still stronger, though. Naruto then says, are you guys going to fight me or no? Kakashi says, Naruto, I don't want to fight you. Have you been told? Naruto says, of what? that you're the son of the fourth Hokage. Look, Naruto, we want you to come back. He says, I already know I'm the son of the fourth Hokage. Jiraiya already tried to tell me that. It doesn't matter, however. I'm still not coming back to this wretched village. Sakura and Sasuke back off, saying, wait, he's the son of the fourth Hokage? Kakashi says, but I was one of the students of Minato. Come back, Naruto. Naruto says, I don't care. It doesn't mean much. Now, Naruto, realizing he could possibly try to pull a quick on Sakura, then summons Arata. Kakashi and Sasuke and Sakura look up and see a massive snow falcon. He says, jumps on Arata and says, Arata, snow blizzard! Arata smiles and says, very well. It then begins to snow. Sasuke and Kakashi looking around. Naruto flies into the clouds, waiting for the blizzard to hit. Eventually, the snow picks up, and as it gains visual ground, Kakashi realizes this is no normal jutsu. Then, he remembers hearing of a boy who could summon blizzards like this, and he would kill you without even getting close. He was known as the Snow Demon. Naruto then puts on his broken Anbu mask. I'm going to put a picture up on that up on screen, just so I can remind you guys. Naruto is ready. He then immediately says, Arata, do you happen to have a katana with you? I'd like to make this painful, as the blood stains the snow. Arata smiles and says, yes, summon Kyoto. He says, yes. Arata explains that Kyoto is a war falcon. He specializes in carrying weapons to battle or striking on opponents. But Arata says, don't worry, he won't take your kill. Naruto smiles and says, yes. He summons Kyoto. He then grabs a katana from Kyoto, thanking him. Kyoto has multiple katanas, but Naruto decides to go with one. Now I'm going to put another picture of Ghost of Tsushima up on screen, because Ghost of Tsushima just has a frick ton of cool things that I love to use in this video. So I'm going to put that up on screen. Just saying, it's not mine, again. He then grabs his sword, ready to kill. Now, sorry. Now, as I said before, this picture of the sword that I was thinking he'd use, once again, Ghost of Tsushima, not mine. So, yeah. By the way, highly recommend that game. Really fun. It's on PS4 if you have that. So, Naruto then says, time to kill. Then Kyoto returns to his world. Naruto jumps down. The blizzard is finally thickened down to its max potential. Visual sight, 3 feet at the most. With the Sharingan, you'll be able to see him coming. But, you'll see him coming at you, but it'll be too late to react. Naruto then sends some wet kunai out into the snow. He then uses the water on them to freeze. They turn into ice. This makes it easier for Naruto to control them. They go even faster now. These kunai are thrown at over 140 miles per hour now. Or, what would that be? That'd be about 180, 170, around there, kilometers per hour. Throwing that at them. Now, eventually one hits Sasuke, but not direct hit. It slices his arm. Sasuke then howls out in pain as blood stains the snow. Kakashi, at the right, says, what is this? Then, Sakura screams. She sees Sasuke on the ground. Multiple kunai inside of him. He's laying there in pain. Some have passed through his arms, cutting open a massive wound in his arms and legs, and 2 were stuck in his main torso. Sasuke's laying there. He couldn't take much of the hit because, they're freezing ice kunai that go really fast. They're going to penetrate deep. So, yeah. Kakashi, watching his team fall, says, Sakura, get close. He then wanders around trying to find Sakura. He can't find her. Then, he sees the snow demon mask approaching him. He says, Naruto, why are you doing this? These are your teammates. Teammates, huh? That didn't apply whenever she threw me off the bridge. Naruto pulls out his katana. I'm sorry, I can't talk. He pulls out his katana. Sakura standing there says, Naruto, what are you going to do? He then says, now die. Naruto swings his sword, but then, ching, it collides with something. I'm going to leave it off there, just gotta leave it on a cliffhanger, gotta make it keep watching. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry if it came out a bit late. I woke up at like 8:30 and I saw 15 likes. I'm like, Jesus, Jason Bourne. Like, what? It hasn't even been a full 24 hours. Like, that's insane. I also want to mention, I'm thinking about starting up a Discord soon. If you think that's a good idea, say it in the comments. Like, someone say, start a Discord, and then just like that comment if you think it's a good idea to start a Discord. Yeah. And if I do start a Discord, I'm probably going to start doing, like, fan art. Like, I'll have, like, a dedicated channel to, like, oh, yeah, you posted, like, something you drew. And, like, every video, I'll, like, put that at the very end of the video. So, and, like, I'll say your name on Discord and your, like, your name on YouTube and stuff like that. I'll give you a shout out and all that. But, yeah, I thought that was a good idea. Anyway, have a good day, guys. See ya. Thanks for watching.